Hello, dear founder. What would your answer be if I ask you what's the most hated, the most mind-numbing part of your job? I have asked around my friends and acquaintances, and the answers wildly vary. But many had something to do with monotonous work, and I get it. Those tasks are really boring, repetitive, and give you a massive headache if you do it for too long. You see, the thing here is, if you work with data, leads of basically anything inside a browser, you have probably done this before. You open a website, copy something, paste it into a spreadsheet, go back, copy again, paste again. Repeat this about 50 times until you start questioning your life choices. And the worst part is, this is not hard work, it's just manual work. The kind of work that feels like it should have been automated 5 years ago, you know? The real problem is that the work doesn't scale. Whether you're in sales, operations, recruiting, or even running your own business, sooner or later you end up doing repetitive tasks in your browser, collecting leads, researching companies, moving data between tools, and every time you do it manually, you are basically acting like a very slow API. Of course, there are features that allow you to automate some parts of work. Our CRM, for example, has an extension that allows you to add a person on LinkedIn there, copying relative data, but it's only a tool for one platform, and it only takes out a little bit of manual work. And imagine how many tools you would need if you want to use different platforms or sources.
Oh my god.
That would be a technical nightmare. So today I want to test a tool that claims it can automate these kinds of work for you by using AI right in your browser. The question is simple. Can this actually replace repetitive work, or is it just another AI demo that looks good but breaks in real life? And if it works, how complex are the tasks it can perform? Ready? Let's find out. The tool we are trying out today is called Bardeen. In short, it's an AI automation tool that works as a browser extension. It connects to websites, understands what you are doing, and helps you automate workflows without code. Think of it as something between Zapier and an AI assistant, but focus specifically on things you do inside your browser. This is really exciting, because if the tool is at least half as good as I expect, this will be the best discovery of 26 so far.
Damn! That shit good!
First, I'm opening the Bardeen website. There's the Get Started button, and the setup is pretty straightforward. Yeah, here's this form. 7 days free trial and then subscription starts. Better not to do something like that if you know you yourself to be forgetful. I would be very disheartening if you forget you entered your card details there and had to pay a half-me sum for a tool you are not going to use. So I would choose continue without pro features. I think we can evaluate the tool without pro features. Alright, it's a Chrome extension, so now Bardeen offers us to go to the Chrome store. Here we are. It's going to take a couple of seconds for the extensions to install. For some purposes, extensions are much better than your usual software. For one, they are more efficient as they use less system resources, and also they update in background, which means not only low maintenance but also enhanced security. Okay, we are almost there. Just a couple last steps and we can start. And here we can see the windows that offer us jumped right into action. Now, of course, I won't be clicking random buttons. jobs. I only have 100 credits, so I don't know how much exactly is going to be used on one attempt. And here on the left you can see agents and scrapper templates, and the top 4 results at the bottom, but we can't open it for now, understandably. So now I want to see those templates. Let's take a look. Here on the right we have a list of popular websites, like we can scrap information from Clutch, let's say, or Instagram or Upwork. I think it's great that they have this selection because it can save the user some time. Now here we have some templates. Unfortunately, most of them are premium templates, and we are trying to see what Bardeen can offer for free. You know, for users who cannot afford to jump right into paying even $50 a month for the tool, so we will stick with these free options for now. For example, we choose an Instagram profile template and we have 2 options: use in agent or modify the template. I'm really curious about both, so maybe we will first try running the template as it is. What do we have there? You can put the URL here, the exact profile you want to scrap, and let's look. Here are some advanced settings, like delay in seconds before the scrapper starts to work its magic. I choose to use my own Instagram account. Let's see where it takes us. I pass the user URL in the relevant field and we can choose the way Bardeen will run, depending on how many credits we are willing to use. Now I click that run button and soon we are going to see what Bardeen will give us. Well, to the benefits. Bardeen clearly detects the most important information and presents it at a neat little table that I can download as a CSV file. It would be easy to download this kind of file into your CRM. The downside, the tool didn't detect any info on posts or followers, so I obviously have both. Now I can choose to modify the template. If I choose the option, the tool adds the template to my templates. I guess this is where I can find any templates that I use. That's convenient if you want to use more than one template for different tasks. For example, if a couple of your team members will use the tool, or even one team member would gather data from different sources. Unfortunately, when I tried to make a screen record to demonstrate how this particular feature works, it just shows the same screen we previously stopped at. But I was able to add a position in the listing, like data about the number of posts and number of followers. So you can choose the types of data you need to scrap from the profile and link things that you won't need for your purposes. A nice touch if you want to ensure that your CRM isn't full of rubbish that you cannot use in any way. Okay, that part was a little bit disappointing, but now I want to try another option that Bardeen offers here: creating my own template. That might be exactly the thing I want from this tool. I know that it won't work on LinkedIn, which is a pity, but everything has its limitations, and this is fair, I suppose. Another reminder that tools and automations aren't all powerful. Now I click create template and this window offers me to put in a link to a website we want to create a template for. I decided to go with Upwork. It can be useful for many different occupations and it's structured enough that I can conveniently choose the data I want to save into the template. Let me see. I think we obviously need to add the job title to our table. That's the most important bit of information, obviously. What else? I think that the time the vacancy was opened is pretty important, so we add that too. Then of course the link. Because if I use the template to scrap the information in a real setting, I might need a quick way to reach the exact vacancy. And let's also add the details. That might be a deal breaker, you know, especially if you want to quickly get a bunch of open jobs and then choose the ones you are interested in. Now I save the template and I want to have a trial run. Let's do it on another tab right here on Upwork. I choose digital marketing, quite randomly. Now press the run button. It's only a couple seconds of waiting, but I really want to see the results. I hope it's good and it works. The agent I just created perfectly describes the information I just asked it to, which opens a lot of opportunities for all kinds of data gathering. And this is the key point. Tools like this don't just save time, they change who does the work. Instead of hiring someone to do repetitive tasks, you can automate a big part of it yourself. You can even create your own automation workflows if there are no ready templates for you to use. But, and this is important, automations only works if you understand your process. AI won't fix chaos, it just automates it faster. So, would I rely on this completely? No. Would I use it a way to eliminate boring repetitive work? Most probably, because getting from manual work to semi-automated workflows can easily save hours every week, or even more, if you have a big team. The only problem here are those credits that tend to end quickly if you don't upgrade your profile. If you found this useful, I am testing more AI tools like this, that can actually change your business operate, not just generate content. So subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.